a lot of beauty rest.
All right. So yeah, Yatsen is gonna be.
They're all red and purple. I'm upset.
What?
I'm very upset.
What one did you want?
Not blue, red, or purple.
Wait, blue is the best one though.
Yeah, but still. Gotta have some variety.
That is variety.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Move this here. Move this. Okay. Since we're all here and I'm recording, do you guys want to go ahead and do a recap of the last session? Or would you rather me start with the character building question?
Yeah.
All right. Resounding yeah. Let's do it. Okay.
I didn't realize it was an option to not character building question.
Well, the order has been. We haven't done it the same way every time. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys recap this session, have this on your mind. Let's say your character is going to a costume party. Who or what would they dress up as?
A bugbear.
Herself, because she doesn't know what to do. Because she's too cool for costume parties.
Yeah, sure.
Should probably open roll 20.
You're the character that wants to go to the ball the most.
To be fair, that's
Yeah, but she's still too cool for costume parties. There's a difference.
there is a difference between masquerade and costume. Very minor difference, but there is a difference.
But a difference nonetheless.
Your costume could be someone attending a masquerade.
There you go. That was what I would dress up as.
I'm dressed as my character. If my character was dressed up as how they were dressed up as. It's too many layers. Okay. Who has notes? Who remembers what happened last session? Because I'm not sure I do.
And she's the only one that takes notes now.
Wait, when did you stop?
I don't really know, but I have not taken notes in a fat minute.
Okay, so we went to an auction. We collectively discovered that we are broke as fuck still compared to everyone there. We saw there were a few magic items sold, and we saw a few of our targets to kidnap the Duchess. I did not write that down, but it's somewhere in the chat. The last two items were a sarcophagus, sold for over 10,000, and then the last one was the statue of Zyron, right? Sold for 18,700, and then so after the auction, there was a dinner, and then everyone but Cinnamon went to the dinner, and then afterwards, Sal was. Oh yeah, afterward. Before the dinner, Sal was still being watched by the Raven, and the same Raven he thought he killed a few sessions ago, but still there. He tried to go birdwatch, but then got caught by a guard, and then. And then after the dinner, Salazar went to go speak to the Duke privately, and he's somewhere on the campground. I don't know where, but that's where we ended the session.
Oh God, come to think of it, I'm not sure. We might have to wait for Mason.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because,
I forgot that's exactly where we were at.
Because given where we left off, yeah. Let's see. Where's everyone else at the moment? Everyone else except Yautsen attended the dinner. Is that right? Yeltsin met up with you guys afterwards because he was watching the gate again, right?
I think that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds right.
So we can retcon a bit and say maybe Yeltsin hasn't met up with you guys yet at the gate. Even though he technically did already, and you guys already talked about plans and stuff. Okay.
Silly Yeltsin falling asleep again.
Question. What session number is this?
This is the almighty session 99.
99. Okay.
Hey.
I will begin to take notes now. Again. We're gonna try doing it on the computer. What? Spencer?
I don't know what you heard, but that wasn't me.
Oh, I heard you're the worst, but
I mean,
I was
yeah,
like,
but
you're not really what to talk.
Okay, let's see.
The only two characters that don't know about Sal and Thera are Taz and Cinnamon at this point.
Yeltsin doesn't know that
He
they
knows
kissed.
something's up.
He just knows that they're being suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been suspicious for a while, so. Okay. Guys, I've got my new setup all on one screen.
Nice. Spencer, did you ever figure out the app situation?
Oh, it's
So-
right on the iPad.
I think it was messed up for like maybe a couple hours and before they updated the app. Because I downloaded the new iOS right when it came out.
Oh,
I think the Discord update may have just been behind an hour or so.
gotcha.
But I'm on my computer now anyway, so not a big deal.
Okay.
Trying to think of what we could do before, because having this much time, we should probably find a way to use it. Okay, let's do, God.
I need to do some rogue shit for like however long I need to.
Okay, you want to try and do rogue shit? Actually, as I recall,
Actually, I don't think I can do rogue
Sal
shit right
grabbed
now.
your hand as he went up to walk to the Duke, so you actually can't.
Yeah,
leave it now.
never mind. I can't do rogue shit.
Okay, in the meantime, I guess, Cinnamon, Taz, what are you doing? Are you just gonna watch and
Making potions.
Okay. I think you're not at the tent right now. Or
Wait.
did you not attend the dinner? Or did you
No,
stay
I
behind?
didn't attend the
Oh,
dinner. I
that's right, it
stayed
was you
behind.
and- okay. Are there any rolls you need to make? Okay. Let's see. Taz, you attended the dinner. Are you watching, just waiting, keeping an eye on the Duke?
What activity is still going on? Is the dinner still going on, or?
The dinner, if I remember correctly, mostly came to an end, and I believe most of the attendants have already returned to their tent. I will say, let's see.
If there's any kind of after party I can catch wind of, I would like to attend if there is a one.
Okay, so you want to try and look around, see if any of the dinner attendants have not left the building,
Yeah.
or if anybody's circling around
Or
heading
if
back in. In that case, let's see. Oh. Is he cutting out for everyone or just me?
I'm on my phone right now. Or if anybody, like, if they all left and went to like one big tent or something, or
Right.
whatever.
Okay, give me just a straight up perception check. Oh, you still loading roll 20. I see.
I am in right now, and perception right here.
Okay. Let's see. What would you see at this point? Dinner
Nothing.
ended. You did.
Like 6 people go into a random tent and just follows them in.
It's just Duke. It's like it's some like Duke and Duchess, and I just follow them into their tent.
What I would say you notice is, since you waited behind a bit, also you were distracted at some point when Sal randomly like ran behind the manor to try and watch a bird. I'll say most of the guests who had attended the dinner have pretty much all returned to their tents and are, or at the very least, walked out that way. So,
Also, the food was so good, and there were just like a bunch of leftovers, and so Taz got distracted, and he's just sitting there eating all the leftovers off the table.
We'll say maybe you lagged behind just enough to where you didn't catch most of them. However, I will say the one thing that you do remember noticing is that the guy that Master Bates asked you to talk to and or bully Amani Yazid, you can tell that he definitely left, didn't stay, and returned to his tent. That's all you remember noticing.
Interesting. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Let's see. My mouse disappeared. Are you kidding me? Oh, goodness. Okay, it's back. Okay. This is unfortunate because I think I just literally have to wait for Mason here. So in that case, let's see.
Anybody got good jokes? So a whale swims up to it.
That's got a good joke.
Alright, I'm gonna pause the recording here, just for a bit. Let's see.
This queso
Damn.
is really good.
Oh my god.
Julio's case.
Oh, this is that in the recording.
I did catch this queso is very good.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, so the Duchess, Marquis, Halver, Euphos, Dorinia, General, Vermilion, Faust.
Yes.
Welcome, Mason. You're just in time for me to butcher all of the names that you worked so hard to come up with.
That was great, you know? Halvar.
You missed my
Halvar.
product
I've
placement.
got the spelling. The spelling's not the issue. It's the
Oh.
pronunciation.
You missed my product placement. Oh, would you like more?
No, we're
Ozarka.
good.
Tastes like an Irish spring,
Wow.
but it's Texas.
Aren't the Ozarks in America?
Texas.
What does an Irish Spring taste like?
You don't want
It
to
tastes like 5 in 1.
Deodorant.
5 in 1. God. Is Adam here?
Yeah, he's here.
Adam
He's
is
just
here. Everyone's here but
silent.
Daniel now.
Cool.
I am he.
The echo is entirely because our mics are hearing each other talk.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, I should mute Rose is what I should do, yeah. Mute.
Okay.
And then I will mute Ganesh as well.
I wonder if I should mute. I can't mute either of you. On here, the recording is just gonna hear your voices twice, I think. That's how we're. That's just.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
It's only session 99.
100's the one we have to worry about.
100 we have to get that one
99 we don't have to worry about it.
All right, here we go. So, where did we stop? Where are we going?
We started and stopped immediately because I realized that the first thing that's happening is with the Duke.
That's true. Okay.
Well, we killed everybody. We stole all their gold, and now we are at the castle about to kill the king.
Yes, that's
that
right.
sounds about right. Yeah. All right. So
We did all of them in 34 minutes.
that's pretty. That's pretty impressive. I wouldn't put it past you. Okay. Are these already set to repeat, Rose?
Yeah. So you'll have to get rid of them all if you want to switch.
Already did it.
Okay.
Okay. So, Salazar, as you step outside of the manor, you follow the Duke over to an area a ways from the path, next to the slowly babbling stream, and in the darkness now, fully, you can see the light of the kind of dim lanterns on the outside of the manor, kind of slightly reflecting off of the bronze scales of the Duke, as he just kind of stares at you with the one eyebrow slightly. Actually, he doesn't have eyebrows, but like one eye ridge slightly raised, and you can see his fully armored bodyguard kind of standing shoulder slightly in front, with two short swords at his side. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And he just goes, as you walk up, just goes, "Now, explain yourself."
Well, I am not Marquis Fleminger, as you have already. What's the word? Spencer is having a word fart.
As you have
Surmised.
already surmised.
Surmised. Fleminger is not in good health. After the vampire incident, which I presume you've heard about,
Yes.
he took very ill. No one could figure out what was wrong with him. Several people in the town have tried to reach out to various healers that they know of to try to see what's going on, but no one's been able to figure out exactly what it was. So he sent me in his stead to represent Ashfield and to try to garner aid for the town, as the attacks were left Ashfield in quite a defenseless position, even more so than it has been for the past several years.
As you're talking, he kind of just regards you, and then you see him nod at a couple things, especially at that final statement. And go ahead and give me. It's interesting. There are some things you're saying that are true, but you did make up a couple things in there. So go and give me a deception check.
Yeah, I'd rather make a deception check anyway.
Yeah.
Say that you're gonna roll like that.
I have inspiration. So do I have to say I'm using inspiration before I roll? Okay.
Before, and it gives you advantage.
Okay, I'm using inspiration.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, I forget. I have.
16?
It's
Not
not
bad,
great.
not bad.
What
Okay.
the hell is my rolling today?
as you finish your statement, he just kind of, as I said, nods and goes, As I said before, I admit I haven't been keeping as close of an eye on Ashfield as I could have. It is curious to me, however, that if you truly come here seeking aid, you haven't been too vocal about it as of yet, and there's only one night left. Why is that?
Because of Flaminger's health. We didn't want to stir up any rumors about things that were going on, as that could exacerbate the issue that Ashfield is already facing. We're having trouble finding traders and merchants to do business with us already, and a sick person in charge. He feels that it would only make the issue worse. So he instructed me to seek you out and ask you directly. And I've figured, my judgment, that the best time to do that would be once the festival had pretty much come to a close. Less ears trying to pry in.
You see, he kind of not his guard isn't making eye contact with him at all. It's just staring at you, or at least you assume is staring at you. But it just kind of gives a sidelong glance, just looks at him, and considers your words. Yes. Well then, I will say, I will do my best to be more mindful of that area in the coming months.
That would be appreciated. We did find a quite powerful druid who's been doing work trying to make the ground fertile for planting, with some success, but it seems not to last. But progress is being made, we think.
Well, that is good. That is good. I'm genuinely sorry to hear of the Marquis's continuing decline in health.
Yes.
He was an eccentric man, but
that is true.
Very dedicated to what he started.
Okay, DM, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name that Leofric was going under? Lenny?
Lenny.
That's correct.
What was his last name? Or did we just know him as Lenny? Okay.
It was Lenny.
That's what the Marquis called him.
Okay. I do have a concern to bring to you directly.
His brown furrows.
In the past several weeks, the Marquis has been meeting with this figure who calls himself Lenny. Very mysterious, and I'll describe what Lenny looks like. He doesn't seem to be interested in the well-being of Ashfield or the Marquis, and Fleminger would not take my warnings of him. I can't say for certain that could potentially be what has been going on, but I do think that trouble is coming.
That I am certain of. Seems from more and more directions every day.
Have you?
And you can. Sorry, I'll just say it real quick. You can see he's visibly kind of relaxing a little bit. There's a little bit of tension. You could see like some of the muscles were a little bit, flexing, and the shoulders were a little bit higher, and he's starting to relax a little bit. But what were you saying, Brenna?
Have you met Lenny, or has the Marquis told you of Lenny on his own at any point in time?
I have not heard of this individual you call Lenny. Do you have any? I mean, the description doesn't seem familiar. Is there any other pertinent information on him that I might be able to look up?
If I may, I can conjure images. If I may show you an image.
By all means.
And what is the spell I use to do this?
I think it's what
Major image.
No, not
Dragon
major
crashes
image.
through the wall.
minor illusion.
Okay.
It will be of Leofric.
Mhm.
From like, I don't know if I've seen like pictures or paintings of him.
You have, yes.
Yeah. Dead straight Leofric Ashcloak.
Okay. As you show him this image, he just kind of, well, let me make sure. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. He looks at it and like almost does a double take, like it's not super obvious, but he's like looks at it and then like focuses on it again. He goes,
Do you recognize this man?
"That's Leofric Ashcloak."
What do
I've
you know?
heard of him.
This man is dead. He has been for years.
He's not dead. We've seen him.
This is the image of the man that has been speaking with Fleminger.
If that is the case, it is by no natural means.
I will say I haven't been more than 30 feet to him, so I could be mistaken, but I've just gotten glimpses in passing.
I feel like I'm not sure how to feel about you just yet. But what you say, if it is true, is truly concerning.
Well, if it truly is Leofric and not some impersonator, then he could be behind the vampire attacks in the area. That would solve that entire problem.
Leofric.
I also remember I'm not quite sure if it's a tale or a real fact of history, but in my research, I remember coming across something about the Ashcloaks cursing or having something to do with the curse of Ashfield. If Leofric is alive, if that Lenny is Leofric or whatever it may be, that would explain why the land has never been able to be fertile since.
Yes, it is a very popular story. The fall of Ashfield and the family's ire for their downfall. But if it is true that one of them still lives, or rather than in the flesh, in undeath, then we have quite the big problem on our hands. Goodness. And I came here to unwind and have a good time.
I apologize. I know the stress that Fleminger is under. I can't begin to imagine what stress you're under.
Well, I must be honest, it is partially my fault. As I said, I have neglected the area. And you can see he's already he's got 1,000-yard stare, not even focusing on the conversation anymore. He's already thinking.
Yeah.
And you've seen him have a pretty kind of foolhardy, very playful, personality up to this point, and he looks very the opposite of that right now. Very contemplative and serious. And you can see the official, the politician within this man kind of peeking out. Well, is there anything else you wish to share with me? Or is that the extent of your knowledge?
I'll turn to Feyre and ask, is there anything that I have forgotten?
Do you know of anybody that also suspects that we are not quite telling the truth?
Oh, I'm sure anyone who knows Flemingur has their suspicions. Which I'm a bit confused as to why he would. I guess.
It's probably his declining health. It's been hard to get straight answers out of him, but
just seems a strange decision to send someone in your own clothing. Doesn't look too much like him, but
we've been trying to understand him since he got sick. And
well, this cloak is a fabrication. He still has his own.
Very well. Well, I thank you for bringing this information to me. It is, as I said, if it is true what you say, this is a problem of provincial, possibly national issue. I might need to call upon the help of the wind trolls soon.
we will say goodnight. I guess see you tomorrow.
If there's anything else that you require, please don't hesitate to ask.
I will. And if anyone gives you trouble, let me know.
I will do.
Well, then, good night.
Good night.
Just, he doesn't move, but he kind of waits for you all to step away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. I will stay silent until we get back to the tent.
Gotcha. And if you were to ever look back while you were walking away, you would notice they are both watching you both as you walk away the entire time.
Can I? I guess it's kind of late. Can I like retroactively insight check him to see?
On what?
I don't know. Never mind.
Everything.
Okay, unless you have something specific.
I was gonna see if he believed Salazar, but that feels like really far back. So
yeah.
no, it's okay.
Who is it that y'all were
I'll just
talking
live
to?
with my regrets.
That was the Duke of the region that
Hamness?
Astfield is. So Hamness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody that actually knows Flamingo very well.
Yeah, Daniel, due to
Very
delays,
well.
you didn't actually miss very much. I think you got back pretty much as soon as we got into the thick of the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And given what he said, you get the sense that his negligence is a part of the reason why Ashfield remained the way it did.
Yeah. He also untensed a little bit, so I think that's a good sign. Relaxed. So.
All right. Is there anything else y'all wish to do with the night?
Once we get back to the tent, I'll turn to Feyre. Well, that could have gone much worse. I didn't divulge too much, did I?
I don't think so. I think he gets the seriousness of the issue without having to know the full truth, which is important.
So, just to clarify, everyone is now. Has everyone followed you all back to the tent? Everyone's met up there now?
I'm at the beach.
Probably.
I believe so, right?
Okay.
You're where?
I'm at the
I'm
pool.
at the beach.
Oh my
If I
god.
remember, Yasmin, you were waiting in the tent, and you were there with Cinnamon.
Okay.
Okay.
It depends on how long it takes me to finish eating everything on the table.
Right. Since you stay behind. We'll say
Oh,
that was a pretty long conversation. Taz stayed behind to scrape off some plates.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Sounds good. The servants are like trying to clear the plates, and you're like, I'll take that.
excuse me. Are you going to really waste that entire chicken?
Swallows it whole, spits out the bones like watermelon seeds.
Sticks into the wall. Gross.
Absolute madman.
But yes, eventually, you all meet up back at your tent, and you are free to discuss or anything you wish to do.
No, I don't think you divulged too much. But we'll just have to wait and see what he does with this information.
I'll go ahead and inform Cinnamon, Youtson, and Taz of the contents of the conversation so that they're on the same page about what we told the Duke, so that if the Duke asks them anything about, like, he's seen us together, that they're in on it too.
What is it exactly that you told him? Like, who are we?
We told him
in
that,
relation to.
Yeah, so we go ahead.
We told him that we're like, the Marquis is still technically alive. We told him that he's just really sick and his health is declining.
Okay.
And then we told him that we are essentially like, we were told to we're in like a liaison fashion, but that we were also told to like fake that we were him, which he doesn't quite understand, but we just told him that like the Marquis is kind of like crazy right now because he's sick.
Sure.
And then we said that, you know, he's been discussing and having these conversations with this guy named Lenny. And we showed him a picture and he recognized him as Lear.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
Frick. And so, I mean, I think after that, you kind of got it.
Okay, so we're just his liaisons.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But y'all aren't, remember? Because y'all just know.
Just you and Sal.
Yeah, just Sal and I are liaisons. Y'all are models.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sal will say, if it comes up, we can say that we met the two, Feyre and I met the three of you on the road and decided to come up.
Sure.
all right.
Or we met at that attack. We were traveling and we were ambushed at the same point. And figured we would.
We can just
Okay,
say we
good.
met while traveling.
Yeah. Just in case it comes up.
Okay.
The ball is tomorrow, correct?
I think so. Can we
It
get a
is,
calendar
yeah.
check?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I didn't tell anybody about the Raven, did I?
No.
They saw you sprint after it.
Just so everybody's aware, I have an inkling suspicion that the mage is here and has been watching us through Ashfield to here.
Well, where is he?
Well, this is kind of a shot in the dark, but I believe he's taken the form of a raven.
What makes you think it's the mage?
The raven was in Ashfield. We had every reason to believe that the mage would be in Ashfield at that time.
Right.
The raven kept following me, us. It seemed to have. I believe I saw it several times in Ashfield.
I believe you saw it twice in Ashfield. You saw it once on the road leaving Tide Morden, and I believe it's the fourth or fifth time you've seen it.
Yeah. It seems to have an interest in us. And the only I mean, and tonight it was on the roof, just sitting there, menacingly.
Well, ravens are easy to kill. I mean, Yatsen could just shoot him and he'd be dead.
I tried that. If you recall, I believe it was when we were being chased by raptors on the way from Tidemorden, I was frantically shooting firebolts in the air.
Oh, I was wondering what you were doing.
Well, no, you killed the one when you were heading into the Thornwood.
Oh,
to
into
head
the
to
thorn
vault.
one?
That was when you killed it, and you all saw that.
Like,
You all saw that.
okay.
So just a
But
reminder.
we also know that if it's anything like Cinnamon's shape shifting, that
It just comes out of it.
killing it in its animal form doesn't actually kill him.
Right, yeah.
He could also be much more powerful than we assume, and he might be able to conjure a raven that he can look through, like a familiar or
Makes sense.
something,
That does sound
or
a bit-
possess another animal.
that does sound likely. It also reminds me of Delg's imp. Remember when we were
Yes.
trying to sneak into the city? That's how Delg was able to watch. So maybe it's
Right.
something similar.
Yeah. I mean,
And I mean, I can do the same thing with Foster.
yeah.
Right.
So it's not particularly skillful to be able to do that. But I mean, it could be a number of things. But I do believe that this raven that's been seemingly following us,
He's at least watching us.
I do believe it's the mage, and I do believe he's watching us.
Okay, so with all of this lovely new development that we faced in the last 24 hours, we should probably take watches tonight.
I think that would be best.
I agree.
That's fair.
We don't have to stake outside the tent and let people know that we're taking watches, but I think it would be prudent if we were all up and, not all, but if
Ready.
Hmm.
we were up and able to
Alert.
wake everyone up if we needed to.
Sure.
I agree. Yes.
Danger just seems to follow us everywhere.
Do you
What we
think?
signed up for.
Hmm.
It's an
We still-
adventure.
Do we still have those sending those stones to talk to Emilia and Jürgen?
We should.
We
Real quick, are y'all hearing Ganesh through my mic too?
No.
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 Okay.
I was hearing Rose a little bit earlier, but it's not too bad.
Good now.
Okay, just making sure.
well, we also know that they are watching us. Lorena told us. Wait, if that's her name, but we also know that they have been watching us, and we don't know how they have been. So we could ask them if that's them, or we could ask for confirmation if that's the mage.
I was also thinking we might need to spend. Oh my gosh, don't tell me. Who is the guy that we left in charge in Ashfield? Like our main.
Kernan.
And then
Kernan! There it is. Okay. We should also probably tell Kernan that our updated Marquis story in case the Duke sends people his way to ask for like what they need or something. Do we have a way to contact him at all?
We do.
is
once-
Marvin there?
Yeah. Right?
Has he made it? I don't think he's made it.
I don't
No,
think
he's
he's there
like
yet.
the next. He's like 2 towns away or something. Actually, just kidding.
He's in Waldendorf, and we saw that message too.
I think it's
We don't
4
know
days.
how old it is.
We can ask him now.
Ask who? Marvin? See where he is?
Yeah. Ask him
Yeah.
if he's made it yet.
Who has a scroll?
I thought Cinnamon had it.
Yeah, I think so.
That's who we
Okay,
gave it
that
to.
sounds right.
I was like, I knew I was mad about something, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, you're mad that we invited Marvin?
You gave him one of the scrolls, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was
Because
like, no, I
It's
think you have the sending stones.
Yeah, it's
Hey, it
coming
might come
handy
in
right
handy
now.
as soon as
Yeah.
he gets there, though, because then we have a communication back to
Okay,
Ash.
Also-
so the sending stone to talk to Jurgen, that can only be used once per day, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But Jurgen wouldn't teleport Marvin, so we had to, even though we had already promised Marvin that we would
Teleportation.
teleport him. That's why we were like, well, we'll just keep track of you. Here's some gold, and here's this. Tell us where you're at.
I feel bad. We're gonna have to compensate him heavily.
Yes.
He was like already packing all of his stuff, though, wasn't he, when we got there?
Also, like, let's be real, he's not actually carrying it. It's in the bag of holding, so.
That's true.
Now that we know that, or at least have a good hunch that the mage is here, do you think that it might be wise to try to get the wind trolls here?
How would we do that?
Definitely.
Well, I could
Do
see
we
if
have any way to contact them?
We could contact them through your.
well, I have this tooth. It'll take us, I mean, I don't know where the wind trolls are, but this tooth will take us back to the wind trolls hideout.
But we don't know how to get
Right.
back or
But
how long it
wasn't-
would take us to
well-
get back before tomorrow.
And didn't Lenny literally attack there as we were leaving?
Yeah.
Yes, but
So it's not safe.
I don't know if I've told you the wind trolls successfully fought them off. I don't know if Lenny was killed or not. Spencer can't remember.
I think they said Lenny is dead. I think they said they killed Leo.
Yeah.
Can we get a DM reminder?
Yeah. So the information that you got as it went on, you got a big info dump from Jurgen when you first met him that the wind trolls had survived the attack, but they kind of went AWOL after that, and he wasn't sure what they were doing. It seemed like Isaac was not giving as much information as he probably could have. And then shortly, but right before when you were leaving Titan Morden, right when that raven showed up too, right before that raven showed up, you got a message from Jurgen that said that the wind trolls have discovered that Leofric has been killed, and they're not sure who did it.
I don't remember that.
So a
I
third
do.
party.
Oh wow!
Control survived. Lenny is dead.
Sal remembers this. The mage definitely killed Letty. 100%. That is 100% the mage. It has to be.
Why would the mage kill him?
Because the mage hired him
And he's tying up loose
to find the artifact that the wind trolls have.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Because the mage is working for the manifest, and they're trying to find these artifacts. And Lenny was asking Fleminger about these artifacts, which is because Fleminger was interested in it as well. And that's why Foster was killed, because Foster found out too much.
And the artifact that they have is...
Well, it's now in Heaven's frame. Remember?
Yeah, don't you
we brought
remember? It's simple. All this very simple.
Then you remember it was like 6 months ago we brought it.
You know?
We brought it through the Rainbow Bridge and brought it to Heaven's frame in that box. Remember?
Yeah, that was only like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Az definitely pays attention to all of the small details. That's for sure.
Okay, so all right.
We can contact Jurgen.
We can contact Jurgen to contact
We can see if he knows. We can see if he knows where the wind trolls are.
I think it's silly and probably stupid to take the tooth and go find the wind trolls with this big ball coming up that we already know is going to have a revolution. And if the mage is going to pull some magey shit like he likes to do, He likes to do it when something big is already going down, so nobody really notices what he's doing. He did the exact same thing in Ashfield and let the vampire little attack thing go, and then Lenny got set free, and now Lenny is dead. And so if the mage is going to strike, he's going to do it tomorrow night.
And
And if
we
we
do.
go find the wind trolls with this tooth, there's no guarantee we make it back in time, and whoever goes
I was
is
thinking we could have Jurgen bring us back here. I mean, we'd have to leave tonight to find them.
Jurgen can only make one round trip.
But also,
And
we don't
then-
even know if they're there. That tooth is going to take us.
We don't know. We don't have a guarantee that they'll be there, or if Jurgen can teleport us right now.
Do we have more than one sending stone to Jurgen?
Nope.
No, just one.
Wouldn't let us keep
Well,
the other.
I guess we're alone.
But
Well, we're not really alone. We have.
We can contact Jurgen and see
Well-
if we can get the wind trolls here in time.
If he knows where the wind trolls are, he can get them here.
Because he
by tomorrow.
definitely knows.
That's true. That's true.
We can also send
Um,
a letter to Marvin and get him to cover our base
Mhm.
back in Ashfield.
okay. I'm gonna contact Jurgen. Take out the
Okay.
sending stone. I have 25 words. Is that it?
That's correct.
Somebody want to count?
Oh.
You ready?
Reason to believe that the mage is here.
Oh, Adam's better at this than I am.
Tomorrow night. Any chance of sending the wind trolls? Backup would be helpful.
More.
That's it. That's all.
Pretty please, thank you.
Pretty please, thank you. Yeah. You pooping?
Yeah. There's a bit of time that passes, but before long you hear the usual of Jurgen on the other side.
Not good.
Why is this man always sick?
And he goes, I wish I could send them to your aid. It seems that in their defense of their home and pursuit of the enemy, they have been gravely injured. I don't know how many words I'm at, but he's Jurgen.
He is
DM can
God.
do whatever he wants.
He goes, the details I've been told is Veramis has lost an arm and Vila has been cursed. And that's the end.
Vila, I like her.
Oh no.
Well, we can take that curse away. We can fix that.
Yeah, we can fix that.
And by we, I mean Cinnamon can fix that.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm the only one that can hear that, right?
Correct, yeah. That was the end of the message.
Okay. Well, shit.
Oh, no.
Great. Awesome.
Veramis has lost an arm and Villa's cursed.
What
What about the other wind trolls?
What about the grandfather and father?
They're probably taking care of the one-armed menace right now.
Understandable.
So we're on our own?
Well, I mean, as I was thinking earlier, I mean, Yace
I mean,
and
yeah.
they're all here. So
Yeah,
something,
but we
if something
didn't.
does go down, we won't be entirely alone.
And I was just thinking this. If we're all about to die from whatever attack may happen, not our attack, but Leofric's allies, if we're about to die and need to get out, we use the tooth. It's
True.
a
I agree.
gamble, but
I agree.
At the very least, the mage will follow us there, and we'll hopefully leave the rest of the festival.
We need a safe word.
Goodness.
I think peanut butter baby should be our safe word.
Oh my god.
A little bit long.
It's amazing.
Also, I don't know how you would use that.
PBB.
This, I mean, if shit starts to hit the fan.
There's this game I used to play back home. Where
No.
you, like, stack a tower of blocks, wooden blocks, and then you start pulling them out one by one, and then whoever is the last one to pull one out and the tower falls over, they lose.
what's it called? Teeth?
No, it's just made out of wooden blocks.
No,
what's
the game.
the
What's it
Meatball,
called,
guys.
Taz?
When they lose, everybody yells one word.
Which is?
Jenga.
Jenga?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's short and to the point. It also sticks
You
out.
can't use that. That's trademarked.
How does the tooth work?
We are recording this. I believe I break it.
And then
A portal appears.
a portal appears. It's not like only one person.
It
gets to
wasn't.
go.
It didn't come with a manual. I believe Isaac gave it to me and was like, "Break this. It'll bring you back here."
Okay.
So before we break it, we should all try to be.
We
As
should all
close together as
together.
try to
possible.
hold hands.
Yeah, that's
That
what
wasn't-
I'm worried about.
I will say, just as an extra hint, you can identify it if you wish to know how to use it.
You know, as I'm thinking about this, I will ritual cast identify.
Okay, awesome.
Oh my God.
So the way you use it is, and you saw Jurgen do this before, but you take the tooth. It has already been broken off. What you do is you can hold it aloft, and you rake it through the air, and with the intent to activate it, and then it opens a tear and opens the portal in a 10-foot radius, and it remains fully open for 1 round before it begins to close.
Okay.
And I'll actually put it in your journal so you can see it.
Oh,
That's
cool.
so scary if we have to use that, dude.
So, who was that fucker that stole the chalice from us?
Mortimer.
Mortimer.
Mortimer is our safe word.
All right, that's
I
actually.
like it.
That'll get our blood
like
boiling fast enough to move.
It should be in all your journals now, the thing.
The tooth?
So if somebody shouts Mortimer,
Time to go.
it's time to go. Huddle up.
You're so. fucked.
What are we telling Marvin to tell?
Ask him where he is first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah,
I-
Marvin, where you at, bro?
I opened the scroll.
Okay.
Let's see, why couldn't Jurgen have this? And then so much sense.
Quit being bitter, Yatsen, okay?
This is who I am.
I was born this way.
It's true.
You weren't born with one ear, though.
Alright, that's enough.
Oh.
Dang.
Voldemort
Yeah,
looking ass.
stabs out at his street.
Who's that? As you open the scroll, it is the same way you left it. There are no new messages.
All right. Hello? Question mark. Oh wait, probably it's nighttime. He may be asleep. So
10 seconds later, you see, oh, hi there.
never mind. Where are you?
1 day outside
Damn it.
Waldendorf.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
He's still near Waldendorf. He hasn't gone there. I think even we don't know what the Duke can do and how fast he can get a message across. So we might as well just tell Marvin what to do right now.
Yeah. Tell him to talk to Kernan and relay what we told him. It'll be a lot for him to remember, but
Mm-hmm. So what should I write down that the Duke is going to send people?
Well,
Right.
Okay.
let's just
Oh my God.
let's just tell him to get a piece of paper and start writing down.
A real
Right.
paper.
A real piece of paper and write down a message for us to somebody in Ashfield.
Okay, I'll do that. Marvin, get a piece of paper. I'm going to write down the message we're going to tell you.
Okay. A couple moments pass and he says, ready.
All right.
Okay.
Kotara to wipe it. All right, so what's a message?
Kernan.
All right. I'm writing as you're doing it.
If you don't want to come up with the whole message like verbatim, you can just tell me the gist of the message.
Yeah. So the gist of it'll be Duke of Hamness was here and spoke to us as I was trying to impersonate Fleminger. And then I'll just say what I told the Duke.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if somebody comes inquiring, I trust your judgment.
Gotcha. And this is a message to Kernan, correct?
To Kernan, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then after we finish relaying the message, Cinnamon, you should probably also tell him to look for Kernan, Black Dragonborn, where you can find him.
With a trident.
The Black Dragonborn with the trident.
All right, I'll do that as well. And then after all of that, I'll say that's the end of this message.
He just writes, got it.
All right.
You should wish him well too.
Yeah.
I feel bad for this excursion that we've set him on.
Yeah.
Especially since we really
all
don't
right.
know Asheville's
Hope you're-
on this awesome trade center.
Well, to be fair, if Leofric is dead, Cinnamon might be able to help fix the land.
It might already be fixing itself too.
Yeah.
It could be.
All right. Well, there's nothing to do now other than
Just get ready for the big day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
guys. If we all die tomorrow or the next few days after, it's really nice getting to know you, and I'm really glad I stole 1,000 gold.
All right, good night.
Yeah, cool.
Just ew. Goes to sleep.
Well, he's not on first watch.
I guess usual order. What is the usual order? We haven't done much.
The usual order is Al and Ira, and then Yaltsin by himself, and then Cinnamon and Taz.
Okay, cool.
All right, give me those perception checks.
Per caption.
First two.
Do you want me to do mine at disadvantage because no dark vision, or because we're
Oh
in
my
a tent,
God.
or
Are you sitting outside the tent or inside the tent?
no, we're inside the tent?
Inside the tent. If you have a lantern up, I'll say you can do a regular roll.
We probably wouldn't have a lantern up.
Okay, then it'd be disadvantage.
Bloody light off.
You don't need disadvantage. Roll a natural one. Holy crap!
Yikes.
This is the worst.
Wasn't it? Oh!
Okay, so wait, is it fair on Sal first?
Yeah.
Watch?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. Very good.
Let's just say
Yep.
there was not a whole lot of watching going on.
Oh God.
That's all I'll say.
Not platonic.
God damn it.
I'm not saying anything that happened. Just saying the watch was not really going on.
I
we might
like
die
it.
tomorrow.
That's hilarious.
This might be
Separate
our
you
last
kids.
night together. Okay.
All right.
just realized it was two natural
Me
ones.
too.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, man.
It's poetic.
It's the only
honestly.
fitting. It's the only fitting narrative.
But thankfully, nothing goes awry in the night. Who's up next?
Yeltsin.
That's
21.
hilarious.
21. Nice. I'll say Yeltsin, occasionally you just barely hear like some people moving around, like maybe one will pass by every like hour or so. But doesn't seem like anything alarming, but yeah, that's about it. That's about all you hear, other than the sound of the soft inhaling and exhaling of your party members.
Wake up.
All right, and then last is Taz and Cinnamon, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Taz, I'll say, before you wake up for your watch, you are greeted once more by a familiar vision that you've had before, of being imbued with power and otherworldly strength, and seeing the image of that enemy that you've all been chasing for quite some time now, defenseless before you, and you hear just the voice of the entity that you have been speaking with, have connected with through this necklace, just saying, "Come." Before you wake up, and that strength slowly leaves you, leaving you yearning for it as you wake up.
So like Taz, when somebody sees him in his sleep, is just like roided out, just laying there asleep, just like
Taz, you hear
flexing
that?
every muscle in his body. They're like twice as big as he normally is.
We
Like
still
freaking
haven't noticed this. I think that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Although, I won't retcon it now, but be mindful if you ever take your shirt off, it would be visible.
I got it tattooed over.
Oh shoot, you're right. Okay, you're right.
We should be mindful that if anyone, Sal looks more different than anyone used to. Thanks to the metamorphosis that he underwent at Heaven's Frame.
Sure, he's like a 1/4 dragon man.
He's the American
1/16.
dragon.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that show.
Sorry, Drainy and Drag. All right.
Drinian dragon.
The Drainy and Dragon. All right, but as you all wake up and complete your watch,
What is that curse?
I think it's an aardvark or something.
God, freaking Animorphs, that's nightmare fuel. But anyway, unless there's anything you all wish to discuss, you begin to slowly see the light of the sun peeking through the folds of the tent, and you get the sense that the fateful day is upon you. So you all benefit from the long rest.
Oh god.
What are we doing about weapons in this ball?
Oh yeah, shit.
And armor.
Good question. That's true too. Armor is very important.
What does the bag of holding look like?
A bag.
Like a big bag.
Thanks.
So helpful.
Contents-wise,
It's a big sack.
contents-wise, it doesn't have a lot in it. I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't change. I don't think it changes how full it looks or anything. Like,
No, it's roughly 2 feet in diameter with or at the mouth, and it's about 4 feet deep, visually. So it's like a small satchel.
I imagine it's like a drawstring type situation.
Could be. You could also.
You can pull it tight and then pull it open.
That's fair.
2 feet.
Or it could have a flap. You know.
Anyway.
Either way, however you want it to look, I'll say you can have it look however you want. But that is the visual aspects of it.
We could.
I think it looks like one of these bags.
I mean, yeah, there's a little art like you can. Oh, never mind. I thought you were pulling up a picture of like the 5e bag of holding, which is. I'm gonna do that right now because I can just do that.
I hate you.
The way it's depicted is just like a small satchel, like this. There we go.
Okay. So what if we gave it to?
Hey, I have that exact bag.
There.
Adam.
That's essentially what it could look like right there.
What if we gave the bag of
You too.
weapons to?
I do. Yeah.
Taz?
That's a hockey bag.
I'm supposed to be a model though.
Not you, Taz. The other Taz.
Ah,
Oh, T-Taz.
Adam, I'm not even kidding.
Right.
I have that exact bag.
I believe
It's a CCM.
that's what the bag of holding looks like. It's just like that.
Yeah, and we could get it in through with the music stuff, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I don't really know where Yace and the other scouts are going to be today to give them the weapons.
So basically, you just need to get in and then infiltrate the party, and then you need to.
If I can hold on. I can hold on to the bag of holding.
Okay, so we can just put our armor and stuff in there?
Yeah. Well, we should do that before we go to the ball. And
Right. Yeah.
what time are we all leaving to the ball? Well, that's Salafera. When are you leaving?
No idea. When does it start?
You would. I would say you would have been.
We have the invitation.
Yeah, you have the invitation. It would say 4. Or you heard yesterday. 4 hours after sundown is when the masquerade ball is going to take.
4 hours after sundown.
Yeah, it's a late night event.
And Taz,
Sounds like pretty
Yeltsin, and I, we are to report to Master Bates's tent 2 hours after sunset.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have time.
Then should we meet up with? Is Yace still around?
I think he left.
He left, right?
Mhm.
Okay, never mind.
You all would know that they are currently hiding off campus, so to speak.
I don't really want to risk finding them and bringing attention to them with
No, yeah.
all of the eyes that are on us right now.
DM question: are we playing by the 5e armor donning rules?
We've been a little loosey goosey with
Because
them.
it takes. Okay. Because I think 5e it takes like 10 minutes to don armor.
Well, none of you wear heavy armor, so that would be a shorter amount of time. I would say, as anyone who wears leather armor, especially because you've worn it for so long. I mean, you're level 10. I think max 2 minutes to put it on. Maybe a minute for those who wear like the lightest armor. Yautzin's would probably be the armor that takes the longest to put on.
I was about to ask, yeah.
From what I'm seeing, any medium armor, rules is written, takes 5 minutes to don.
5 minutes.
And light armor is 1 minute.
Light armor is 1 minute. Okay. So then, yeah, anyone who's wearing light armor, 1 minute. And then Yauts and yours would.
5
It's just a
minutes.
breastplate, so it wouldn't. I don't think it would take a full 5 minutes because you don't have. Well, you have light armor too, so it would take you a little extra time. Yeah, I'd say two to three, somewhere around there.
Okay. Well, in the event that something does happen, I can always cast mage armor on another individual if need be.
Oh man.
But we might be able to plan it in such a way that once you guys are done showing off your costumes, you can go ahead and
Immediately change, yeah.
Mhm.
immediately change and meet up with whomever.
We'll just say it's a fashion statement.
I can keep the crowds entertained since all I wear is bracers.
Fair enough.
Which I think I could probably get away with underneath the big flowy sleeves. I think. I should have.
Yeah, yours will be easy to
That's a
hide.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
This is it. Do it.
Yep.
don't have anything else to do for the day.
Yeah.
Actually, throughout the day, I'll say that I'll just keep my eye out for the mage.
Okay.
How let's do a potion check. How many potions do we all have before we rush in there?
It's a good question.
I have 2 regular.
All right.
Me too.
Regular.
I have 2.
Okay. I have. So, Feyre, how many do you have?
I have 2.
2, and
Right.
then. Okay, and then. So I have. One sec. Let me get this. So I have 4 regular healing potions, and I have 1 greater healing.
Damn, been busy.
Greater healing should go to cause.
I'll
Yeah.
take one of the regular ones if that's okay. Now, are those extra? Are those extra, or do you have?
I can give 2 regular. I would like 2 for myself.
I'm taking the greater.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like beefing up our tank is probably a good idea.
Then you have 2 extra.
Yeah, 2 extra.
May I have one of them?
Yes.
Yeltsin, how many do you have?
I have 2.
I have 2. Okay.
I think
You should take
cinnamon
one,
and
Farah.
I was gonna say I think cinnamon and
Or cinnamon can just
Al
keep them with you.
are 2 squishiest individuals.
That's true.
But cinnamon
We
stays out of the fight pretty well.
I stay out for the most part, so.
And if you have to, you can shapeshift and get
Mhm.
crap more hit points.
Okay, so Salazar, how many do you have now?
I have 3.
Could I take the other one? Because I feel
Yes.
like when
Yeah,
hit
go.
points,
Yeah,
is
you should.
very
You
good.
should.
Yeah.
Plus, Yeltsin can do cure wounds.
I
to
can. Yeah, I
himself,
can do cure
Yeah.
wounds.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
And
plus we all have
Taz,
surge.
do you have that long strider potion?
I do. Yeah, the quickening.
Okay, that's good. So that will come in handy. And what about the rest of our items?
I have these mushrooms. I don't know what they are.
I don't think we should experiment with mushrooms today.
Not today. Maybe
There's one that's right behind Adam right now.
we
Doesn't
can.
Doesn't
we can
somebody
use them
know what
as a
these are though?
I do. I gave
We
it.
Oh,
can
you-
use them
you
as
do?
a celebration afterwards.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
don't know. I don't know
You
what
don't
they
know.
do.
You don't know that they're.
I have the ever smoking bottle in case we need to get a quick getaway.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So we've got you have the ever smoking bottle. I have the immovable rod, the monocle, and the alchemy jug. I think Sal has the drift globe.
Yes.
You could
Mhm.
always use that at night too, by the way.
Oh,
And then what else do we have? Cinnamon has the one of the paired scrolls.
do we?
I have 5 gossamer draft. Let me give those out. Everybody take 1 gossamer. just in case something happens. Everybody got that?
Yeah. Red rubies from Raven. I have 2 red rubies. Oh, that's from the.
When you
Wait,
killed the raven, you had its eyes left behind. They were made of red rubies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So clearly it was
Taz.
some sort of enchantment.
Yeah.
Taz,
Do you identify
I
them to see if they had?
What's up?
I have my own Gossamer draft that I made.
Okay. I will keep.
I also have a potion of cold resistance.
I'll keep 2 then. That could come in handy. I have my I have my cloak. I'll have to put that in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you'll have to unattune from it.
Do
Can I
we?
stay attuned to it, but take it off and then put it back on later and still be attuned to it?
Let me double check if you can take it off and still be attuned. I don't believe so, but I'll double check.
Do any of you have any suggestions for what I should prepare for today?
Spell-wise?
Yeah, spell-wise.
Right.
I think spike growth is good.
Right. I have that down.
The one that,
Right.
since we have a lot of ranged weapons, whatever spell that is that allows us to kind of up our range with advantage or something like that.
Oh, the totems.
Oh, yes. I always have that.
Okay. So, if the item is is more than 100 feet away from you for at least 24 hours, it ends. That's
So
the
it's
Only
just
24.
for a little bit. That's
So
not
you
a
should be
problem.
fine. If you put it away and put it back on, you'll still be attuned to it in the
Gotcha.
same night.
Nice.
It makes sense because I mean that's what you can't sleep in armor, and so
Yeah.
if you have attuned armor or something, you would take it off at night and then wake up, put it back on, you're good to go. Okay. Good to know, though. Interesting rule. Never had to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, I forgot my question. Oh, Salazar, could you identify those rubies and see if they have anything magical about them?
Sure.
Or would you rather use the monocle first to see if they're magic before you
Is
do
that
that?
is that a
10 minutes.
cantrip?
It just takes 10 minutes.
Oh, you can ritual cast them?
The monocle has 3 charges. I could use it.
I'll just
But I mean,
take.
you're
I
gonna
will take. I will
identify it,
take
right?
10 minutes.
It'll actually tell us.
I'll just take 10 minutes to identify it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you're identifying the 2 rubies?
Yeah.
Okay. As you do so, well, I guess, yeah. They are not magical in essence. There's nothing. They are mundane rubies.
Yep.
And
I think it also tells how much they're worth.
oh, is that what it does too?
I
Shoot,
think identify lets you.
I didn't know that.
Let me see. Identify.
Identify. I don't see that anywhere.
No? Okay, I'm just wrong.
No.
I think I'm thinking of a different edition or a different game entirely.
That would be cool though.
I think it used to
It's
be able
like-
to do that, but I'm not sure.
What is the potion that you gave me, Cinnamon?
I believe it increases your speed. Let me find exactly what it does. It should increase your speed by 10 feet.
Mason, if the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it, those rubies.
Yeah, they were not created by a spell.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's free money.
And what I was going to say is, Sal, being a magical practitioner yourself, albeit new at it, you would be able to. You would surmise these were probably just components, materials.
Yeah.
used.
Fair enough.
Around sundown, I want to take a moment to step outside the tent and just kind of become really aware of my senses and then use primeval awareness.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And once that's done,
Give me a can you? Sorry, every time I need the list again because there's.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, it's a bit. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Okay, you would sense. Yeah, you would sense undead, fiend, and celestial.
Nice. And that's within 1 mile of me.
Yes, within 1 mile, you'd sense all of that.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you sense?
Everything.
So we have fiends, undead, and celestial. Fiends or fae?
Fiends.
Fiends,
All of the above.
celestials, and undead around us.
And from your previous experiments, you get the sense that at least one of the celestials, there may be more, but at least one is Foster.
Ah.
well, that saves me some time.
Yeah, they're here, so let's keep our eyes out.
Right.
Sorry about the coughing, guys.
Oh, you're good.
You're cut.
No big deal.
Too soon. All right.
That's true.
Nothing else, I guess.
Awesome. Is there anything? I will say there are other events going on during the day, but I get the sense if you want to attend them and do basically how I'm going to run it is if there's any more information you want to try and glean from the partygoers before the masquerade, we can just kind of run through that. You can roll and see any kind of other information you can pick up from the other social activities today. Otherwise, we can fast forward to tonight.
Fast forward.
I think we're all too nervous about tonight.
Yeah, we're all.
No time for the niceties.
Awesome.
We're all just like, let's just go.
Taz would just like freak out and like punch somebody in the face and be like, "Tell me what you know."
All right.
I just bake croissants.
Poor Baker.
So, as the day goes by, you can see the signs of business happening as people go in and out of the manor frequently. But the sun makes its travel across the sky in the pattern you're familiar with. And there's a bit of heavier cloud cover today. And it had warmed up a little bit the last couple days of the festival, but it seems to cool down once more as it's a bit of an overcast day. But as the sun begins to slowly fall beneath the horizon, when are you all planning on meeting up with Bates and all of that?
About 2 hours
Oh,
after
I believe
sundown,
he gave
correct?
you. Yeah, he gave you a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was something else I was going to say.
And I have early in the day, having thought of the bracers, gone to check with him to make sure that the bracers are going to fit under the outfit. In case,
Yeah, you can do that.
In case he could make any last second.
He's
adjustments.
when you go to him, he's a bit flustered as you tell him this, but he is able to make the accommodations last minute. And
It's not like a whole. I mean, they're pretty sleek, you know. Just...
Yeah, but it is like the garments that he's made are fairly skin tight. So, but he can make it happen.
Because he's
Like
just that
he's a
good.
He's just
professional.
that good.
We
But yes. I will say, before things get started, Taz does come by to anyone who's in the tent. And he just double checks with you all that you know who is being targeted. And actually informs you, just in case I am, for some reason, not able to do it, me and my team are in charge of signaling the other teams. And if we are incapacitated for some reason, I will need to rely on one of you since you're here. So I will show you the signals that we use. And he shows you, goes through a series of hand signals that you can use to let the other groups know that are watching where each target, like to indicate which target you're talking about. And it's very simple. It's who the target is and whether they're in position or not. And then there's like a SOS as well. So basically, those 3 bits of information that you're able to give through somatic signals, visual symbols. And he said, he basically instructed you to just be subtle about it. Go out into the courtyard. That's where they're watching for the signals, and just they're designed to be subtle, and they should be able to see it because someone is keeping eyes on that area the whole time.
So it's SOS signal whether they're in position and whether it's good to nab them.
Yeah. So it's,
we know the
signal.
Go ahead.
I was just saying there's a signal to say who you're talking about, whether they're in position or not, and then there's one for just, oh God, help. yeah, basically.
And we know like the positions for each of them and everything.
Basically, in position just means that they are there, like they are visual. That you have an eye on them is what that means.
Like all 3 of them are there.
Correct.
Once these, forgive me, but once we've captured them, what is the plan with them again?
We are going to try to get as much information as we can from them and let them know very nicely what our demands are.
Okay.
Now, remind me again, is this a smash and grab deal, or are we trying to do this as stealthily as possible?
This is not going to be stealthy at all.
Okay.
As soon as the fire starts, it is chaos. And that is what we are banking on. Is there any last minute questions? Yes, this is it.
I'm good.
All right.
Oh, watch out for ravens in the area. You should kill all of them.
With ruby red eyes.
Noted.
Very powerful mage. Probably trying to kill us.
You all get into all kinds of trouble.
The same mage. The same one we talked about before. We brought up this mage before.
Yes, it is true. But you have brought it up many times, which makes it seem like this is very, very bad.
Yes.
It could be.
I think everybody in this operation was told of the mage, so.
All right. So, as the sun disappears and is replaced with the 2 moons sparkling in the sky, slightly diffused behind cloud cover, giving this like ghostly glow to the grounds. Taz, Yatsen, and Cinnamon, you all get dressed up in your fineries. Yes.
Before we head out, 2 things. Well, actually, I would have ritual cast water breathing on all of us.
Oh.
It lasts for 24 hours. It's just in case. Who knows what's going to happen, especially if we
The
teleport.
fucking floods.
Yeah. And since we're all going to be in there, and if the house indeed goes on fire, there is a chance I may freeze. If that happens, just slap me and get me moving.
do.
You got it.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor
For 8 hours
on myself.
on Taz.
24 hours. 24. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one last thing: the sneaky snake rope of tying. Who has that?
I do.
Okay. Cool.
All right. All good?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right.
Best of luck.
Oh.
We'll see y'all out there.
All right. Now you would know there is a there is a banquet that is taking place right before Masquerade. You do not have to attend, but you get the sense that many will. So if you would like to show up for that first and lead right into it, you can. But if not, just file right in as the Masquerade starts.
We have masks as part of our costumes, our outfits.
You would, yes.
Oh, I think you
Or-
mentioned they were part of the outfit. I think you described them. I don't remember.
Hold on one moment.
You guys plotting our demise.
No,
Is that
no,
what's happening
sorry.
right now?
A bit of minor confusion. Okay, I will say as the three of you go to Bates's tent to change in your costumes, it takes a bit, mostly because as you notice, he has actually made changes to all of your outfits.
Oh,
For
great.
one, before, whereas all of the outfits had crowns, he's modified them slightly to be half masks, just kind of covering the top-ish portion of your faces with eye holes provided. And he's made modifications to Yatsen's and to Taz's outfits. While you're wearing your outfit Yatsen, whereas before it was like a bright, effervescent cloud, now it's more like a deep, mysterious, velvety fog. As you walk, you almost like a walking silhouette, moving through space like like the very embodiment of mysterious air. He seems to have taken your aesthetic into account. Very much the same for Taz, where before it was very much like a white and blue, very striking iceberg. Now it takes on a more mysterious teal hue, mixing with the green shade of his skin as though he's like a walking river, a deep river. The glacial aspect kind of remains with a lot of the ice accents, though the most noticeable difference is that he has cut the skort shorter up to mid-thigh, giving Taz's muscular legs the illusion of being sculpted from ice. They're reflecting like
thighs, bro.
it's almost hypnotic.
Quads.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So you're all decked out in your costumes, and make your way up. Taz has already been there, as he is involved in performances throughout the day. So your bag of holding is with him, right? Or did you give it to
But
Sal?
it was with Sal.
Sal.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. right. As you all approach the outside, or the front gates, you would notice that instead of doing the kind of checking of bags and weapons and armor outside, inside there's now a system outside that they are taking them before you enter the premises. So it seems like security has been upped for this event.
Yeah. Before we get too close, I'll go ahead and disguise self so that the bag is now hidden, but then also
Okay.
so that my dress, as in garb,
I understand.
is more ornate.
Okay.
And
are you changing your appearance
fancy.
at all to look like Fleminger or no?
Like a dragon.
I will say you originally introduced yourself as him. The only person who doesn't know or who knows the truth is the Duke.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and change my appearance to be Fleminger.
Gotcha. All right. So, as you all head in, I'm assuming in time just for the ball, correct?
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're with Bates, kind of like at
Yes,
his...
yes. So Bates shows up then as well. And you are just following him in. You all, I'll say you all get there first, as Bates wants to get there a little bit early, but not too. And you all get in no problem, as you are accompanied by your sponsor, essentially. And you get a couple looks from the guards you pass by. But it seems your outfits are doing what they were intended for. And you head in to the main foyer without issue. And I will say, now, as Sal and Farah, you all approach, there is a very similar process as to before. You are asked to, demonstrate anything you need to check, and seeing as you both don't have anything on your person, you are allowed entry. And as you head in, I will say, 2, 4. Oh, there were more tracks in there than I thought.
I'll also add that, remember, I have the duplicitous manuscript, so everybody's at disadvantage to discover my illusions.
That is good to recall.
Would I still have my spell focus on me?
Your spell focus?
Yeah.
If you ask Bates, he will gladly let you just wear it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask him.
Yeah, it's not a problem. If anything, he says it adds a lot.
Okay.
All right. So, as you all head in through the main foyer, you walk in and are immediately make a right in the direction of, or actually, correction, my bad. You are actually, once your stuff is collected outside, you're actually directed to the right side of the building, and you can see there is a large door on this side that is left ajar currently, and people are filing in, those that were not already on the premises. And as you enter, you can see there is kind of just a bit of natural moonlight leaking in from stained glass windows along the perimeter of the chamber as you head in. It's a largely rectangular chamber, but only the light coming through is only in like the deep shades of navy, maroon, violet, keeping the actual illumination to a minimum as you've seen before. And as you look up, as your attention is pulled that way, you can see a beautiful flowing mural winds its way across the stone ceiling above. There's images of warriors in battle, robed figures in conversation, and creatures both familiar and unfamiliar. And along the perimeter, there is a slightly elevated wooden platform that surrounds what you see as a dance floor made of smooth flagstones in the center. There are several small sets of tables and chairs adorned with maroon tablecloths, and covers are arranged around the perimeter. And there are just narrow steps that lead up to a small stage, which would be on the left center wall as you head in, that kind of sits tucked into that wall there. And you can see an ornamental table setup placed on that stage there. You get the sense that is where the Dark Flames will be sitting. And at the very back of the chamber, you can see there's a wide double staircase that meanders its way down, kind of switching back on itself before curving back to join as one at the center, at the far wall. And as you head in, you can see everyone is kind of congregating. You can see just the biggest, the most flamboyant costumes and dresses and suits and all kinds of clothing here, and everyone is masked currently. So as you head in and you're looking for familiar faces, it takes you, even for those that you are very familiar with, it takes you an extra second to like, is that who I think it is? But as everyone gathers, you can see two figures begin to emerge from the staircase at the back in almost programmed uh, uh, synchronicity. Is that how you say that word?
So
Yes. You can see two figures clad in all black that kind of step up to the edge of the railing. And you watch on the left side, you can see what appears to be a male figure. Sorry, I misspoke when they are in all black. There are black, lots of black, but you can see the one on the left is wearing a maroon coat with silver buttons and buckles, with a tall collar and an embossed. You can't quite see it just through the railing a bit, but a coattail. You can you can see navy accents on the shirt underneath and on the ends of the pants. You can see black, just barely black-heeled leather boots with silver accents. You can see he has hair that is black with like white streaks through it, free flowing and slightly. You can see it's straightened, but there are a few strands kind of sticking out here and there. And underneath the mask, you can see narrow peach-colored lips and kind of mildly pale skin. And the mask you can see on his face is black with half of an embossed silver pattern of flame on the right side of the face. So it's like a black basic mask, and then there's like a silver flame that like comes up to one side. And on the other side of him, wearing a matching mask but with the flame on the left side, you can see a female figure with a navy coat with a similar cut, silver buttons and buckles, a maroon sash that crosses diagonally across the chest before wrapping around the waist as well. You can see instead of one long coattail, she has, or one short coattail, she has two long, narrow coattails that nearly sweep the ground. You can see them kind of flowing behind her. Same kind of complexion and similar narrow lips, it's a bit of a not the most noticeable detail, but as you get a closer look, you're like, her neck looks a little bit thicker than you would expect. Maybe hitting the gym, but as they come up to the edge of the staircase there. Oh, whoops. My bad. You hear as the man begins. Welcome, friends. We hope you've been having a wonderful time thus far. Here we are on the final night, what you all have been waiting for. The Masquerade Ball.
We know that you have all come from far and wide, and we thank you for continuing to our sport. our Dark Fire Festival. It gives us
It
great
gives-
joy.
Yeah, go ahead.
It gives us great joy to host this event and hope that the night's festivities bring you just as much mirth as the night's end.
Without further ado, welcome to tonight's masquerade. And you can hear applause. And with that, you can see there are musicians set up that you didn't see before that begin to play. And I think with that, we'll go ahead and call it there.
Yeah.
We made it.
We made it to the ball.
We're here.
Next
We're gonna
session,
die.
we all die.
I told Mason I don't care as long as I get to the ball.
TPK. TPK.
Exciting.
Wow.
Hey, so
This is nice.
It is very, very nice.
Damn. See what she said.
Do we go on kind of early? Is there like a modeling show that we need to like do like a walkway kind of thing or?
What day is our D&D anniversary?
It already happened.
Oh, for 5 years?
No, for 4 years.
What day is it? What was our first session date?
Do you remember, Rose, off the top of your head? I don't.
I have the page open.
Well, because we started planning in this summer, right?
The first session date was on April 14th. I think I mentioned when we were in the week of.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
mentioned.
Yeah, April 14th.
that was a month ago.
It's just 4 years, though? I thought we started in the fall of freshman year.
No.
It was.
I also thought that. I don't know why. We're just getting old, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just tripping.
Wait, the fall of freshman, like our college freshman year?
Yeah, of college.
Did we not?
It was.
I thought we did.
It was April 14th, 2018.
When was session 0 then?
Session.
Wait, but 2018 was our, or not the fall, but it'd be
It
the
was
spring.
first
2018 was
semester.
spring of our freshman year.
Yeah.
This year is 4 years from that. So. But were we planning it over the summer?
I could have.
I mean, fall of freshman year of college would have been 2017, but
Right.
Didn't we?
I swear we played before.
Because you guys,
I
yeah,
think so,
because
too.
you guys had your session or your campaign with,
That was the
Bass.
summer before college started.
Bass and Tyler,
Yeah.
That was the summer before college started,
Correct.
and then we were planning our characters,
but we didn't start until.
but I guess we just didn't start until the spring. Is that right?
Well, when did
Yeah, because we were busy with marching band, weren't we?
Yeah, we
Because
all
we
did
were
marching
like
band,
we were all in marching band in the fall.
pretty much.
Yeah.
when did we create the session 0 thing?
That's a good point.
Isn't it on
What
I
was
think
the-
session 0 was
Can
a
you
few
see
weeks
your-
before our first one.
What date was? Oh, I know.
Wait,
gotta
Adam,
see
do you
when-
have to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, why is he
Over
still
this
here?
last weekend, my sleep schedule's been super messed up, so I'm wide awake right now.
Oh,
so
dang.
It is what it
Because
is.
I was,
I'm just gonna.
I was trying to end so we could
I do
let
appreciate
you go.
you ending it a little earlier. I am gonna go and start getting ready for bed though.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
when I'm gonna see when I created Sal's backstory.
goodbye.
Session 0 happened on April 9th. Alright, good night.
Because can you see like when things were created?
Yeah, in the version history. I can see that April 9th is when the session 0
Comment.
happened, which was Taz and Belg. Just the two of them.
April 9th of 2018,
Mm-hmm.
which means I think we started playing earlier. Oh wait, of 2018 or 19?
2018.
So I think we started playing.
Yeah, It would have been
Earlier in that
spring
year.
2018.
No,
Oh wait, no,
that's
no, no.
session
Mine-
zero.
That's session 0.
Session
Oh,
0
okay.
was April
Was
9th,
April
2018.
Okay, then yeah, it was the spring of 2018. Dang.
My last edit on my backstory was January 8th, 2018.
You mean your first
Okay.
edit?
No, my last edit.
Hmm.
Oh, version history. There we go. January 7th is when I created it.
Yeah.
It must have been just like
We were
we all had
playing for a while.
we had a lot of stuff ready early, and then we just had to keep waiting before we could all play.
Yeah,
That
I
must
think
have
that's
been
what it was. But yeah. Session 100. This is going to be an intense session. Oh my god.
Yeah. It is gonna be that.
The Drenia info was created
a
all
little while.
versions.
Maybe we should update that. Do we need to update
There's
it?
no way it was 2020 though.
I don't think there's any
It
new
was before
information.
2020.
We created it in of this year. Oh wait, no, 2020. Yeah,
Oh, that's when you created it?
yeah, that's when we created it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was older than that.
We didn't share it with you until October.
We were definitely planning this in 2017, I think.
we were gearing up for it.
I had my backstory at the December 27th of 2017.
My description. Yeah, January 9th, 2018. So 7th is when I created so of 2018. Yeah, I guess that's right.
When we were planning that early, weren't we also wondering if Austin would be playing?
We did, yeah.
We were planning on having Austin.
Yeah, Austin, and Austin's character was supposed to be with Cinnamon, and like from the same town, the same background.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was gonna play Dragonborn Sorcerer.
I thought he was gonna play a cleric.
I think a
He was gonna
cleric.
play cleric. Austin?
Yeah. His name was Auric, I believe.
Been too long, I forgot.
But, yeah.
Sometimes we've come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Too bad
All
you're
right.
gonna die next session.
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys later.
All right.
Good night.
I'll also head out. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, real quick, Daniel.
What's up?
Just because I have you here, I don't know if you know your schedule, but does Friday sound good for you this weekend, potentially?
Friday. I have work until 8 o'clock, so I can maybe come in be a little bit later to like
Okay.
this week, like today. But yeah, that should work for me.
Cool. Because that's the only day I can play this weekend.
Okay, gotcha.
if we do it, so
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's plan for that. I'll put it on my calendar. Okay. Nice.
All right.
Cool. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you
You
too.
too.
Bye.
Thanks for playing. All right. I'm gonna leave this call.
Oh, I'm still recording.